And here is the Writer's Almanac for Monday. It's the 16th of September, 2019. It's the birthday of James J. Hill, born in southern Ontario, 1838, who built the Great Northern Railroad from St. Paul all the way to Seattle. And it's the birthday of Henry Louis Gates, Jr., born in Keyser, West Virginia, 1950, literary critic and teacher at Harvard, who, in the winter of 2001, saw an auction catalog listing a manuscript by a woman named Hannah Crafts, the story of a slave's life. He bought the manuscript and determined that it was written by a young African-American woman who had escaped from slavery, and he turned the manuscript into a novel, The Bondwoman's Narrative. It was published in 2002 and became a national bestseller. It's the birthday of the blues singer, guitarist B.B. King, born in Itta, Mississippi, 1925. His uncle bought an $8 guitar to learn on. He found he could make money playing on street corners, more money than he could make doing farm work, and he found he could make more money playing the blues than singing gospel. So he substituted the words "my baby" instead of "my Lord," and he did pretty well. B.B. King, who said, "I stepped out of Mississippi when I was 10 years old, with a suit cut sharp as a razor and a heart made of gold. I had a guitar hanging just about waist high, and I'm going to play this thing until the day I die." It's the birthday of H.A. Ray, born Hamburg, Germany, 1898, married a young artist named Margaret Waldstein. They settled in Paris, and they began writing children's books together. Margaret wrote them, and Hans Ray provided the illustrations. They were in Paris when the Second World War broke out. They'd written a book called Raffi and the Nine Monkeys, about a lonely giraffe opens her home to a family of monkeys. The youngest monkey was named Fifi, and he was always getting into interesting scrapes. And the Rays decided to write a book just about him. They were at work on that book when they heard the Nazis were going to invade Paris. So they got 2 bicycles, and they gathered up their belongings, including the manuscript, and they rode away from Paris. They were both Jews, so there was urgency to this. They crossed Spain, Portugal, made their way to Brazil, and then to the United States, got to New York City, Greenwich Village, and within a week they found a publisher for their book about the monkey, but the publisher thought that Fifi was a strange name for a male monkey, and so they changed his name to George, Curious George. Book came out in 1941. Here's a poem by Eric Nixon entitled Reinvention. At one age, it seems as if life is going firmly in a certain direction, and you head that way, chugging along at full speed, but then things change sharply. And after a time set adrift in a place that's unfamiliar and completely unknown from where you thought, from where you planned on being, stunned, wondering what happened. Some people in this place break down completely, pining away for the life they feel is due to them, they feel should be theirs. Some people, though, go through a period of introspection and experience a type of reinvention where they pick themselves up and rebuild their lives with what they've been given, with what they have in hand, and are surprised to see they are now in a better place than they would have been before the life-altering change. Reinvention, a poem by Eric Nixon from Equidistant, his collection published by Double Yoke Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.